Hello, GERO 200. How are you? That was a lot of fun last night. I shook a lot of hands, threw out some candy, and hopefully created kind of a spark of awareness of the issues that are going to face you. The real point of today's lecture and discussion is looking at population dynamics. Okay, again, how it affects you personally. You have to think about what I was talking about in terms of the people that are really kind of going to be depending on you to help them out. Your children will depend on you, just like right now you depend on your parents, okay? And then your parents and your grandparents will depend on you, and it's all about how that balance kind of shifts. And you can kind of feel it on an individual level, but as I indicated yesterday in our gathering, at a kind of societal and global level, there's just these huge shifts in terms of the responsibilities, and then what comes with responsibilities is financing the whole thing, and the cost. And so it's really something you kind of have to think about, because money is what makes the world goes round, as we talked about with our business major yesterday. And a lot of you are into business and entrepreneurs. Okay, so that's what it's all about. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this around and take a look at Blackboard, and also give you some instructions on how to succeed in terms of the upcoming assignments. Okay, so excuse me while I shift the situation here. I'll be posting this YouTube on the announcement section, so that's where we're going to start. Okay. And there we are. So I'm going to guide it over here like so you can hopefully see. Good. And I'm going to check YouTube real fast to make sure that the view looks good. So that looks relatively decent. Yes. Okay, so we're going to go back. Alright, so this is where I'm going to post a video. Okay, so what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to go into the discussion, because that's what it's all about. Let me actually go to the lecture. So let me go to the lecture. Boom. And here's the demographics on aging. Alright, so this is your reading, so you click on that. And it goes through a lot of what we talked about. I'm just going to really rapidly scroll down. You'll see things like this. This is, again, the dependency ratio. Okay. Get out of that. And then we also looked at things like this is not part of the fiberglass discussion, to let you know I've changed it, so I'm going to have to delete that out. And you continue to part 2. Okay, and we start seeing these aging pyramids that were discussed. Okay, here is Finland. Okay, and this is Mexico. So you see the distribution differences based on youth in the population. Okay, that's enough of that. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. Alright. Oh, did I just do what I think I did? I did not. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's get into the discussion. And I'm trying to kind of modernize it a little bit. So we go into the discussion. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is the discussion in epidemiology. Alright, so you click on this, and it's going to take you to this publication. Alright, this is put out by the National Institute on Aging. So it's pretty quick reading. So just kind of read through this. You can recognize these figures from last night's gathering. Click over here, living longer. Okay, it discusses the issues of living longer. You look at the increase in the life expectancy for women, for example, in developed countries. Here's all the countries. Just quickly read through that, and we see right here something we talked about in the dramatic increases in these age groups, 65, 85, 100. And then I think really more importantly, we start looking at epidemiology, and that's health issues associated with aging. And this right here is important stuff. Okay, so we see right here, this is us, high income countries, and we're looking at the increasing burden of chronic and non-communicable diseases. That's stuff like Parkinson's disease, heart disease, cancer, and Alzheimer's disease. And we've gotten rid of all the other diseases, and so that's what becomes the big financial burden. Here's 2008, 2030. It's gotten a little bit heavier for us, okay, these non-communicable diseases right here. But we're already entrenched in this and dealing with this, okay? But what it shows here on this side is the middle and lower income countries. As we basically eliminate the kind of diseases, infectious diseases, we have vaccinations, we have sanitation fixes, all that. So people start living longer there. And so, like I indicated, the big bulge in terms of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's is going to come with the more populated countries that are not, quote-unquote, high income. All right, so that's something, a perspective to have, okay? So I'm going to go back over here, okay? And then I want you to watch these 2 YouTube videos. And then, and it's all about how Japan, who got there real early, what they're dealing with and what they're going to do to fix, okay? So once you're done with that, then this is what I want you to do. Be creative, okay? Alrighty. So that's that part. I want to go over this part right over here. I'm going to come over to the assignments that are coming up. Here's your critical thinking assignment. Boom. So that comes up pretty quickly, okay? And so what you do is you just click on this and you follow these instructions, okay? You're going to make a bar graph for state, country, city, okay? You can use Excel to create your bar graphs, okay? Super easy to do. And what you want to do is you choose the city maybe that you grew up in, and so you'll have some perspective as to why the distribution is like it is, okay? Or choose a city that you're interested in. But you have to tell me why there are younger people, older people, whatever. So this is how it works. You go to and you read these instructions, but I'm going to show you how it works. You click here on the census. Okay, this is kind of mind-blowing. Look at the world population just going crazy. Okay, U.S. population, look, somebody else was born. Okay, so this is where you're going to go to your quick facts. Okay, for me, okay, I'm going to choose California. Okay, because that's where I was born. All right. Okay, when you create your graphs, okay, you see over here these 2 columns right here. You're going to create 3 columns. Okay, so these are the ones that I just highlighted. Shoot, sorry. All right. And voila, okay? So this is 18 years and under and people over the age of 65, okay? This is done in 2013. And then to create the 3rd column, you subtract, again, you're going to have 100%, okay? So you take this percent and this percent, subtract it from 100%, and that's everybody in between. So the 18 to 65, you have to calculate out from these numbers, okay? So basically you would add, for example, add 23.9 to 12.5, and that would give you 36.4. Subtract that from 100, and that's everybody 18 to 65. So you have these 3 columns in the graphs that you create. All right, so now I'm going to select a county, all right? And so right now I live in Orange County, okay? And I'll say go. And boom, and there's the Orange County facts, okay? So it's the same deal. I'm going to go down here and do the same thing for Orange County, okay? So that's how you do that. And then I'm going to select a city in Orange County, okay? So I live in, oh, there it is, Laguna Niguel. Go. And boom, it says Laguna Niguel. And I'm going to look at the distribution here, all right? And you see the distribution like so. I make my plots and I interpret it. Okay, that's how that is done. All right. Now, I want to give you a heads up. Here's the paper assignment right here. It's called GERO 200 interview paper. There is a glitch in Blackboard. This is an old one that I want to delete, but Blackboard will not let me delete it. Okay, I'll show you right now. Watch. Okay, delete. Okay, and oh, what do you mean? That's Blackboard for you, my friends. Okay, so that's the way that goes. So you focus in on the second one for in terms of the instruction for the paper. Okay, so hopefully this thing is still going. It is, and I'm going to stop recording, and good luck.